around the NFL with Shay Norling. Shay?
I want to start with something Joe Burrow said recently, because the NFL and Roger Goodell have not hidden their plans to eventually expand to an 18-game schedule. A lot of questions on how the league would approach 2 bye weeks for every team. Well, Joe Burrow has an idea for it. Burrow said he wants the NFL to create a Pro Bowl week that would be similar in structure to what the NBA does with their week of events and the weekend with the dunk contest, the skills challenge, all those things. That would give all 32 teams a second bye week all at the same time. So everybody would be off. Everybody would go to Hawaii or wherever for Pro Bowl week. You'd have the Pro Bowl, and then you'd get back into the regular season. Is this actually a good idea?
I'm sorry, which week would this take place?
It'd probably be late in the year, sometime in December.
So late during the regular season in December.
If you figure it's an 18-game season, it's a 19-week season, everybody gets a final bye week 15 for the Pro Bowl.
But if you get selected, they want you to come.
I'm sure, yeah. But it's a touch event. It's not like anybody's risking injury in the Pro Bowl. They're not even going at any difficult level of effort.
You see what this is? You see what's happening, right? They're extending the season even longer by doing this.
Correct.
They also see dollars and cents in it. Maybe fans will travel to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii before, but I could be able to shake hands, autograph sessions. They can bring the old veterans in for the autograph signings and talk to the current player. They can make a whole thing out of it, just like the NBA does.
You would love Hawaii. If you ever go, you're going to go, okay, I'm good. Like, don't need to fly to the Caribbean. It's awesome. It's a moneymaker for sure. Players, I'm sure, would love a second bye week to let the body heal up before the playoffs run.
I just want to be clear, like, the 18-game season and the multiple bye weeks, if you ask Roger Goodell, that is going to happen. That is absolutely going to happen. This is just Burrow's idea of making it logistically feasible for every team.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I just think that's funny. So you know what happened, Shay? At some point, we're going to be watching our Super Bowl in late February.
Yeah, President's Day. That's what Goodell said at the draft.
President's Day is what, the 12th?
No, the third week, I think. It's the third Monday in February.
It is?
Like I've seen it on the 17th or 18th. But you know what this means, Shay? Let's call it before anyone else calls it. If this happens. So this means it's Super Bowl Sunday, and many people have President's Day off. There's your day off afterwards.
President's Day next year is Monday, February 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the long-running joke of the day after the Super Bowl should be a national holiday would actually become true. But Goodell said that at the draft. Like we've talked about, he wants the NFL to have the Super Bowl President's Day weekend, and the day after would be President's Day. Most people would get the day off. He wants the 18-game season. He wants the multiple buys. I like Joe Burrow's idea because I think it would actually make the Pro Bowl interesting. If it happens in season instead of after the season when I'm done with the conference title games and it's just this like wet napkin they throw at me before the Super Bowl. If it's happening in the middle of December during the regular season, I might be a little more interested.
It is really amazing, this NFL. They see how the NBA is able to make dollars with their All-Star week because that's the cookout. That's the barbecue. Everybody's there. Former players, current players, like everybody's there. Even if you're not playing, you're part of the party, Cap. So they want to do this in the NFL.
And the amazing thing is when we were kids, oh my God, the Major League Baseball All-Star game was just massive.
Yes.
Baseball dominated football. Dominated. Now, not even close.
You can't get a lobby full of non-All-Star players to come to All-Star weekend or All-Star week for Major League Baseball.
Correct.
They're just kicking it in the Caribbean or they're with their family, but they're not going to be with the other All-Stars. I'm not playing? Yep. See you on Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. The NFL is just the monolith that just keeps on growing. It's amazing.
God bless them. Shake.
All right. I've started to see one team, a team I deemed recently to be homeless, if you remember. It'd be floated as a surprise contender, the Tennessee Titans. Seen a lot of people go this route after the Titans had some, I thought, head-scratching moves in free agency, spending through the nose on Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard. Pollard was not great at the end of last season. And then they added L'Jarius Sneed. They added Lloyd Cushenberry to their interior, and they added a high-level left tackle in J.C. Latham in the first round of the draft. The big question for Tennessee is, will Levis legitimately a quarterback? But I mean, this happened last year a little bit, right? Everybody thought Tampa Bay was tanking. They ended up winning a playoff game. Could the Titans be a surprise contender?
6-11 last year.
Their receivers are Hopkins, Ridley, and who's their third?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
They've got some talent on that team. Again, it comes back to, is Will Levis legit? That is he's got to take that next step. Surprise contender.
Tyler Boyd. They just signed him, I think,
Tyler Boyd.
over the weekend or last week.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise.
So that is a nice wide receiver room there. Maybe not the best, but it's good. They've got a chance in that division to be solid. They do. Absolutely.
Surprise team, no.
That would be a surprise, but I think they could be 100%.
Surprise, surprise.
Everything's predicated on Will Levis, the quarterback. And on my depth chart, he's already questionable.
And who did they sign at running back? Tony Pollard, you said?
And Tony Pollard, who I don't like that signing at all, but
Ridley, Hopkins, and Boyd as your wide receivers.
Yeah, with Pollard, with Levis, they got some talent in there now.
Tyjae Spears is their best back. Real ball knowers, no. Where'd he go to school, Cap?
Tyjae Spears?
Yep.
USC.
It was close.
Yeah, whatever.
Probably played each other in the bowl game.
Maybe.
It made me laugh. I had fun, Hoodie. It was good for me.
No, it's good. It's pretty close. Tulane in Los Angeles. All right.
Okay, New England got rid of Bill Belichick, may still have a tough guy head coach. Gerard Mayo gave a very frank evaluation of Drake May at the podium when asked for his initial reactions to seeing the new Patriots quarterback. Gerard Mayo said he has a lot to work on. A lot to work on. Is he a little too honest there? It's a rookie. This is the first time you're ever seeing him. You just come out and hit him with a sledgehammer.
Well,
There are others in the league that did not like the pick, that don't think Drake May is all that. So this way he tempers the enthusiasm, tamps it down where people don't go, oh, God, can he be better than Caleb? But relax. We got a long way to go here.
Shay, if you want to get ahead of the headline, you could do it right now in May. You could say that Gerard Mayo, similar to other Belichick assistants, want to be Bill.
Yeah, that's what Matt Patricia wanted to be in Detroit. Remember Matt Patricia made a team that plays indoors, practice in the snow?
Yes, I do recall, yeah.
Like, what are you
I remember
doing?
that. I remember seeing that video of that, yes. I mean, if you want to get ahead of it, I mean, that comment as a new head coach, like, it might be honest, but he's a rookie quarterback. Everyone has to be able to just get used to the NFL, the system, the play calls, all this. It's all new. It's not even preseason yet. But some of these Belichick assistants, man, here's the thing. You're not Bill. Bill is one of one. You might have learned from him, but what was your demeanor before you took a job with his coaching staff?
It was like all the goofs that were Bob Knight assistants that wanted to be Bob Knight. Yeah. Guess what? You can be out of your mind in... I loved Coach Knight. He didn't cheat. He won. But he could be very difficult at times. Mm-hmm. Well, that's fine if you're winning national championships every few years or winning Big Ten titles. You come into some place and you win like 9 games, nobody's going to take your BS.
Fair. Can you squeeze in one more, sir?
Yeah, a new Washington head coach, Dan Quinn, came under a little bit of fire over the weekend because he, at rookie minicamp, appeared at the podium in an unlicensed Washington Commanders T-shirt where the old logo's feathers were hanging off of the W for Washington. The name change is long gone, but this restarted speculation that the Commanders could change their name back to what it used to be when Dan Quinn wore part of the logo on the Commanders' new logo. Why? Like, my question, why? They changed it, what, 3 years ago? Why? What do you gain from doing that?
Now, see, you don't have to do that if you are the Washington Commanders. You're still trying to hold on and just like, hey, you know what? I know that they don't want us to be called the Redskins anymore. But you know what, though? We got a little bit of nostalgia still there. We're the Commanders with feathers hanging off the W.
First of all, that shirt is ugly.
Damn.
Well,
Like,
yes.
Like, if you took the feathers off, it's fine. It's nothing crazy. The feathers look stupid on it, don't they?
Well, you understand why they're doing it. Just to appease the Redskin fan.
Well,
That won't let it go.
there are a lot of people there that are still livid they changed the name. Livid.
Well, they're stupid.
Well, get over it.
Right?
Yeah, like
It's
it was
already
time.
done.
Like, can you imagine if Stephen Vogt in Cleveland took the podium, manager of the Guardians, for those who don't know, took the podium and he's wearing a Chief Wahoo logo on his shirt? Why? What do you have to gain from doing it?
Nothing.
All I'm saying is if you have not made the deal with the Native American people in which you could be able to keep your nickname and your logo, then you don't have the right to have that.
Correct.
And the Seminoles in Florida State clearly have a deal in place. Blackhawks still have a deal in place.
Correct.
A number of other teams still have a deal in place.
The Braves.
Chiefs, yeah.
Yes.
They still do it. Even though, as you'll watch, by the way, this week with the Braves chop, it's not as overt as it was in the 80s with Skip Carey. It's not overt like it used. It's more, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not quite. You'll see it. They'll play the song, but it's not the music that it used to play back in the day in the 80s.
Correct.
You'll see it. But if the
you
Braves,
remember when they were good, like 87 and 92, they won the World, or maybe they lost to Minnesota. Didn't they lose, I think, a World Series? They
91.
showed it. There was like 50 whatever thousand at the old ballpark, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Yeah.
They're all doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the little
The little,
Tomahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
yeah. You'll see it. When you watch, you'll see the Braves 3 times here against the Cubs. The music is not like the overt. What
way it used to
what used to be the old chant, the Native American,
Right.
like they're not doing that. It's music, but it's not like that. But the fans will still find a way to get the chop in.
Correct.
But not as much. It's very underneath the jacket now.
Correct.
It's like
Quietly.
a quiet chop. So I see. So, but Shay's right. See, you don't need the feathers
Yeah, that
just to,
shirt looks stupid.
just to try to remind people, hey, I understand if you're for your old Redskin fans.
Feathers off the W.
Oh, come on, man.
Looks bad.
You got to let it go.
Yeah.
You had a good team. You had a good name. The football team. It was strong.
Washington Football Club. That was the best.
Strong.
Yeah.